The Man Who Read the Dead, the story of Michael Ventris, and the lost language of linear. Beat, 20th century, how a quiet architect solved one of archaeology's greatest mysteries. For thousands of years, the earliest writing in Europe lay silent. Clay tablets discovered on the island of Crete showed lines of mysterious symbols. They looked nothing like Greek, Latin, or Egyptian. Scholars called it linear. They knew it belonged to the ancient Mycenaean civilization, the same culture that inspired stories of Troy, Achilles, and Agamemnon. But no one could read it. Dozens of professors tried. All failed. It became one of archaeology's greatest unsolved codes. The surprising hero who finally cracked it. Not a scholar, not a linguist, not a professor. A 14-year-old boy. 1. The boy who fell in love with a mystery in 1936. Michael Ventris was a shy British schoolboy visiting a museum in London. He wandered into a lecture by chance, a talk by Sir Arthur Evans, the archaeologist who discovered the linear B tablets. Evans explained, "No one on Earth can read this writing. Everyone accepted that. Everyone except Michael." He stared at the symbols, fascinated. Something inside him ignited. On the train ride home, he told his mother, "I'm going to be the one to decipher linear B. Most children forget promises like that." Michael did not. 2. A life that pulled him away. Michael grew up during World War II. He became an architect. He wasn't wealthy. He wasn't famous. He wasn't connected to archaeology in any professional way. But at night, after long days of drafting building plans, he returned to his childhood obsession. He filled notebooks with careful charts. He kept track of every symbol, made maps of their frequency. He compared words, treated the language like a puzzle. He worked in total obscurity. The world never knew what he was doing. 3. The scholars thought it was impossible. Most academics believed linear B could not be Greek. "It's too different," they wrote. "Must be a completely separate language." Ventris, the outsider, disagreed. He sent letters to experts, politely describing small patterns he noticed. Most ignored him. A few laughed. Who was he? Young architect without credentials. A nobody. But he kept going. For 15 years. 4. The breakthrough. The turning point came in 1952. Ventris noticed certain symbol groups reappearing near drawings of tripods. He thought, tripods? Offerings? Maybe these are place names. He tried matching the symbol clusters to ancient Greek cities known from mythology. One group kept appearing where a major center should be, so he guessed. Could this cluster mean Knossos? If that was true, other pieces fell into place. The symbols weren't an unknown language. They were a very archaic form of Greek, a version older than Homer, older than the Iliad, older than anything ever written in Europe. Ventris checked his table again and again. Every test matched. He had solved it. Quiet man working at his kitchen table had deciphered a language dead for 3,000 years. 5. The announcement. Ventris contacted scholars again, this time with full translations. No one laughed. They were stunned. Newspapers called him the genius who solved archaeology's greatest riddle. The tablets suddenly opened a time capsule. Lists of soldiers' records of grain inventories of chariots' offerings to gods' names, familiar from mythology. For the first time, we heard Mycenaean Greeks speak directly. Ventris had resurrected a civilization's voice. 6. The tragedy just a few years after his triumph. Ventris died in a car accident at age 34. He never saw the magnitude of what he accomplished. But scholars still call him the codebreaker of the Bronze Age. The man who opened the door to ancient Greece, one of the greatest decipherers in history. All because a 14-year-old boy made a promise in a museum and kept it.